Hey everybody, it's Carlos again, Mortals Inc. Podcast, and today I'm going to talk about, sorry, it's me and Mikey.
He was trying to mix it up.
I
was a little bamboozled. I was like,
Yeah.
what are we going to do here?
Mikey's here.
We're going to introduce this first, or what do we got?
All right, well, stop talking. We're going to talk about it now. No.
Yeah, let's just talk about it. Forget about it.
I got out of the box a
Third-party extension to D&D.
Thank you. It's a third-party book for
That's
5th
all I
edition
know.
D&D. These guys actually came in and talked to, I think it was Rebecca or you.
It was me.
It was you?
Yep.
Talked to you about carrying this, and I was like, let me see, but then the guy actually contacted me on the phone or email. I can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
I told him to just get a hold of you.
I know.
He did what he was supposed
anyway,
to do.
I took a look at. He actually gave me a copy of the book, PDF, and I looked at it. And as soon as I started reading it, I'm like, "Oh, this is nicely done. Nice artwork, solid hardback book, good pages, good printing. Everything's nice, full color artwork throughout." But what this is, and I thought the idea was pretty good, was this is it. Obviously, it's out of the box, and the company is Nerdarchy. Nerdarchy.com. I am totally butchering this, and I'm sorry, but the link will be in the description, right?
As always.
Okay. What it is 55 different short, I don't even want to call them adventures. They're more like encounters. So that way when you have something like you want to just run for an evening or you want to tie a couple adventures together, or you just have some new players or even experienced players you just don't know what to do with, these are 55 different short encounters. They're all made up with complete descriptions and backgrounds and the monsters and the complicated level, and it just walks you through the whole thing. When you're burnt out at DMing, like have you ever DM'd?
I will
probably never DM.
never
in your
DM.
life.
Well, I might though. You never know. Never say never.
So when you're,
first of all.
sometimes when you dungeon master, you just run out of ideas. You're like, I don't know what to do with my player characters. I got to throw something at them, or you need an idea to, to kickstart your imagination, your brain. This stuff is good. When I thumbed through it and I read a few of the encounters, the one that sold me is, you know what a two-headed giant is? A two-headed Enten. It's got two heads, and they usually...
Pretty self-explanatory.
You ever see Jack and the Beanstalk, the movie?
Yeah.
And remember that one leader guy had the little head on the side?
Yeah.
It's kind of an Enten, all right? So you know how they all worked together and they were all evil and they just hated everything and they wanted to kill the humans?
Sure.
All right, so in D&D, one of these adventures, they raided a treasure hoard and they found this helmet that you put on, and it causes you to change your alignment or the way you think. Like if you're evil and you put it on, you're good. If you're good and you put it on, you're evil. Well, one of the encounters is basically, this is what the one that sold me on this book was, basically it's an Enten that's running around with one head that's good and the other head's evil because he put the alignment out on. So he would go destroy it, and the other head would force him to put it back. So they're kind of running around the town or the countryside, tearing up the place. So you as your adventurers, you need to go figure out what to do. It also makes little dilemmas. Like it's not always about combat. So like, well, one's good, the other one's evil. What do? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just blatantly kill something that's good. You shouldn't. So, in most adventures, you're always trying to do the right thing. It's different levels too. It goes from like beginners, like just first time adventure, all the way up to the 20th level.
In the actual D&D books that you get, like the cores and whatever else you need to just start some up, do they just eventually run out of stuff to do or campaign if you've done it all? Is that why you're saying they get bored or whatever?
I don't say they get bored. I say the DM he just runs out of ideas. So yeah, if you play D&D enough, you might like D&D comes out with the core books, which are all the rules, which the players and the DM can use. They also have adventure books, and a lot of the ones that D&D put out now are like campaigns. So you could start your adventure at first level and you go all the way up to like 10th or 5th or whatever the book's designed for. Once you reach that, you got to go find another adventure. Sometimes people don't want the campaigns because there might not be a campaign. Like if you get to 10th level, there might not be a campaign that you can find to go from 10th to 20th that fits what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You might have a horror campaign that gets to 10th level, and then all of a sudden there's this campaign where you're in a city, which it doesn't fit or doesn't mesh, or your players don't like that kind of adventure, or even the DM doesn't want to run it, or the DM's missing a few players. Like say you have 5 players and only 3 of them can make it that night, but you still want to play. You can't continue the campaign because it's you just can't finish it. These are good for fillers is what it is. It's like, okay, you guys, this is what you'll do when those other guys are gone.
How long do one of these take usually?
This is like a 1 session. Each encounter is like a 1 session deal.
And how long are sessions usually?
Like 4 hours.
Oh.
So like when, on D&D Adventure Night, when they come in, they play for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. This is good for evening. They can fill you, but also to jumpstart an idea, because already I'm thinking, hey, Say that I take that Ent adventure. You know what I'm saying? Say you go from there. Say you don't kill the guy, or say you capture him, and maybe you want to say, hey, maybe we'll go get another helm of good alignment and put it on the other guy, or so you capture. Now you got to deal with this thing. You got this giant, two-headed giant that's like you're holding on to. You can't just hold him indefinitely. You have to do something. So that could go on another adventure, or maybe you had a bounty somewhere. Maybe you got to protect him from the townsfolk that want to kill him now. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can go from with this.
Cut the bad head off.
Leave
the good head on.
Okay, we were just trying. We were trying to stay, PG again.
I broke it.
You broke it. I was surprised by, especially for somebody who walked in. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the name of the guy, and I'm sorry, but you emailed me, and I told you I was doing a review if I liked it, and I did.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, I do like it, and I'm glad you stopped in. So you can check out like I said, the link will be in the description. It's Nerdarchy. I'm sure I'm butchering it. Nerdarchy.com.
I'm sure it's Nerdarchy. It sounds like it.
Yeah, but this is a quality item, and if you go to their website, they do a lot of additional adventures and backgrounds and stuff like that.
And we sell this here now, right?
Yeah, we have copies of this. So if you want to come and actually own a copy, which I love, PDFs are nice, but to have a hard book.
Yeah, if you're a collector.
Yeah, especially if you're a collector. These are $50, but that's 55 adventures. That's less than a bucket adventure or encounter. So you can't really beat that.
And $1 for 4 hours of your time. Time is money.
Yeah,
at least is what they say.
But these are so short, the descriptions. They're like only a couple pages. So like even if your last minute characters come up and say, oh, I can't make it. All right, let me, before the rest of the characters get here, you could pull this off the shelf, find one, read it real quick, and you can run it. It's real simple. And then there's new monsters in the back, along with, I think there's some weapons or magic items. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I do know there's definitely monsters in there, which is always cool. Everybody likes new monsters. Cool stuff. And plus, if you're looking for something different, it's always fun.
And it's cool, too, because, I personally didn't know if you would accept putting this on the shelf, but that dude just came in. He was like, hey,
I really appreciate that, the guy coming in. That's nice to come in and see your stuff.
If comment on this video if you're seeing this so you can get the recognition you deserve. We'll pin it. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it.
Yeah, but
everybody who worked on it deserves it.
I know, yeah, everybody who did. And you could tell it's definitely done with care and a player. It's not somebody just trying to hawk a couple bucks out of somebody. It was done. It was well done. It is well done. And I hope to see some more stuff from these guys. Don't forget that if you like this, support us on YouTube, support us on Patreon. Patreon's only $1 right now. You can support us. You get to be part of the co-producer at the end of the credits.
Bloopers.
Oh, yeah. You go to the Patreon. You can see everything, updates. You can see what we're working on behind the scenes and how things work. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe.
Like.
That's how we'll get better.
Do whatever you can.
All right, guys.
Peace.